Hey, welcome back to Booktube Tuesday. Today I'm going to talk about a book that I'm currently reading, a book that I've recently finished, and a book that I'm excited to read. And this time I noticed that although my genres are different, my choices are thematically connected. To start with, I recently finished Anne of Ingleside, which is one of the books in the Anne of Green Gables series. I've been slowly rereading these books for the first time since my mother read them to me when I was very small. And technically, she didn't really even intend to read them to me. She was trying to read them to my older sister. But I got so engrossed with them at 4 or 5 years of age that I couldn't stop. There were times when I would fall asleep and my mother would continue to read with my older sister, and I would wake up and realize I'd missed some of the book, and I was so upset. And I remember deeply loving them as a child and loving the stories. They're full of charm and delight. Anne as a character is so empathetic, and she's good at warming anyone up. And yet the books are not without grief and heartache. I'm really enjoying revisiting this series and getting to enjoy it as an adult for the first time. Especially as I get to Anne of Ingleside, which is about Anne as an adult, as she is dealing with her own children. And her children get into the same kind of mischief that she did as a child, but they're charming and delightful. And Anne as a mother is a wonderful mother. I think as a parent I appreciate these later books much more than I did when I was a child. And now a book I'm currently in the middle of reading is The Reading Promise by Alice Ozma. Even her name might give you some hints into the whole situation. This is a non-fiction book, a memoir, about a young girl who read with her father every night from the time she was 9 until she went off to college. Well over 3,000 nights in a row. They called it the reading streak. And at first, they started as a challenge, just thinking they would read 100 nights in a row without breaking it. And as they got farther and farther along, they became more committed to never breaking their streak. Her father was a children's librarian, and she talks a whole lot about reading and what reading meant to her as a child, what it meant to her family and her father. And the book isn't all charm either. It is full of, sometimes, heartbreak and grief. Her parents divorced and separated, and to some extent, this relationship that she had with her father through this reading promise gave her a connection to him. It's an interesting book and an interesting idea, especially the concept of reading to your child every single night without any fail. Finally, the book I'm excited to read is Beast of Stone, part of the Wing and Claw series by Linda Sue Park. I love Linda Sue Park. Her books are absolutely magical and wonderful, and I'm currently reading this series with my children. I've not read book 3, and so I'm really excited to read it with my boys. They're on the edge of their seats as they follow the young apothecary named Rafa, who finds a mysterious vine in the woods that, once applied to an injured bat, allows the bat to speak. And things get much more complicated when they discover a complex plot to use an army of animals for dark purposes. It's a great series, the characters are really fun. The themes of just because you know how to do something, should you, is an interesting concept. I'm really loving it, my boys are really loving it, and I'm looking forward to reading book 3. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear what you are reading or get any recommendations from you. Feel free to leave those in the comments below. And I will see you next week with some more books. Keep reading. Bye-bye.